Hey everybody, Alexander Goosebumps fan here, and today we're going to be reviewing Goosebumps books again. So what's up everybody? This is a video I know a lot of people have done before, but mine can be so different because I'm totally not going to be, the usual top 10 or 20 Goosebumps books or stuff. Okay, today we're just going to be doing a top 20 Goosebumps books video. These are the Goosebumps books that I've absolutely loved the most throughout the years, from the ones I've read. Some are hot takes. Straight off the bat, there's a hot take. Amazing cover on that one, though. There's a few hot takes later on here. Oh god, you're gonna have a lot of disagreements. But I think y'all will agree with some of them. I know a lot of people might think I'm biased to some books, and I kind of am for the number 2 spot. Kind of number 1. But, yeah, I'm very excited for this book. Ranking, I guess you could say. So I want to see what you guys think. I can't wait to see the controversy in comments saying, oh my god, ew. No. And I won't be going into depth why I think this. I'm just going to say, oh yeah, so good book and stuff. So, I bet y'all are just excited to get into it already. If not, okay. And let's just start straight off the bat with number 20. Controversially, The Haunter. Yeah. Straight off the bat, a very controversial start. I know a lot of people don't like this book that much, but I personally loved it all the way through. The body, not body horror. I mean, the beginning, middle, end of the book, all of it was great. I really liked the middle segment of the book. It really shined for me. And I don't hate anything this book. And honestly, it's a really good book. I do recommend it, but it's more of a me thing, honestly. I've heard a lot of hatred go for this, like, the last, I don't know, half the book. But yeah, that's what, I think that book's a little underrated. Next up, number 19, One Day at Horrorlands. Something not very controversial, I assume. Yeah, I really like this book, but there are some books, of course, better than it related to Horrorland. There's actually, right next up, there's a Horrorland-related book. Yeah, One Day at Horrorland's an iconic book. It has a nice setting. It introduces one of the most iconic places in Goosebumps history, Horrorland. It's very iconic, has some of the most iconic rides, cool characters. Yeah. And it sparked a franchise, so how can't I not like it? And the franchise was decent. I really like the Horrorland books. Speaking of the Horrorland books, number 18 pick is Revenge of the Living Dummy. Maybe controversial, I'm not sure. And I'm not just going based off book covers, since most of these actually have decent book covers. Some are kind of, maybe. But yeah, seriously. Decent book. Amazing. I think this is a great comeback for Goosebumps, and it was a great way to start off with another Slappy book, and Slappy was beloved in the 90s, especially in the TV show, since he was, always there between breaks with the Slappy's Monster Madness stuff. And yeah, it was a great way to come back, a decent story. There's some stuff that I do not like about this book, but overall, I'm surprised I even put it above these 2 books. There was a lot of awesome stuff that we offered in this book, and the ending was also pretty cool. Next up, number 17 on our list, we have The Haunted Car and The New Millennium of Fear. One of the later books actually produced for the, original, lineups of books before Horrorland came around, the Horrorland series, whatever. The Haunted Car is actually a really good book. It's kind of like a ripoff of Christine from, a reference majorly to Christine made by Stephen King. Very funny, I know. And yeah, it's a great story. It's got some nice horror elements to it. And I like the idea, the plot, the reason for the car being haunted in general. It's all nice. It's a really nice book, and I highly recommend it, of course. Everything on here is highly recommended by me. This next one, I'm not sure if this is controversial or not. Oh my god, this book's damaged a bit. My number 16 pick, Return to Horrorland from Series 2000. Yeah, this book shockingly had me very invested. I really liked everything about the book. And I can see, a lot of people would hate it, but I really liked it. This book was a love letter to Goosebumps fans in some parts, because there were so many references. If you do not get these references, you are not a Goosebumps fan. There were so many in here. It had some great rides, new iconic rides. new things, new locations, awesome return of the Morris family, or at least, the siblings, cool, antagonists, cool everything. It was a really nice comeback to Horrorland, and had a lot more to offer this time around. I really enjoyed this one thoroughly. Next up, number 15, Welcome to Camp Nightmare. Welcome to Camp Nightmare is a great story, and is probably one of the most tense stories in the Goosebumps series, original series at least. Very tense, very scary, has some scary, awesome moments. Billy is probably one of the best protagonists in Goosebumps ever. Yeah, there's just a lot of great stuff. Uncle Al's a nice touch, I really like him. Yeah, the story was just overall fun. Yeah. It's a fun read, really recommend it, and it was just overall amazing. Anyways, next up, number 14, Ride of the Living Dummy. Besides the pedophile sloppy stuff, him liking minors, minor spoilers again. Yeah, this book was really fun read. I liked everything, and it was another book that remained consistently good all throughout. Amazing climax, battle, finale scene, whatever you want to call it. Usually, if we have those at the end of every sloppy book, I swear. A great concept. I think it's kind of like a ripoff of Bride of Chucky. I think that's why this was made. I'm probably wrong. Maybe some Bride of Frankenstein bullshit. I don't know. It was a great read, and I do recommend it. And yeah, it's an awesome slappy book. Not to mention, look at that fucking cover. It's fucking awesome. But we're talking about the books, the contents of the books. Anyways, next up, we have another number 13 spot, Stay Out of the Basement. A very iconic book, the second in the entire series, original series at least. Yeah. And yeah, just a really beloved book by the fans. I've never met a fan that actually dislikes this book, at least not a lot. I love the concepts. Dr. Brewer's a nice character. Main character is awesome. Everything about this book is just phenomenal, and it's very creepy. And next up, this was inevitable it would pop up on the list. Night of the Living Dummy. This is our number 12 spot, I think now. Yeah, this book was very awesome. It is the introduction of a lot of cool characters, great and protagonists, but we had some complications with the book. I mean, this is false advertising, but that's not a big deal, because it's an amazing cover. It's about Mr. Wood, and Mr. Wood is a very underutilized character, but I think can really be expanded upon. I mean, he has gotten those, references and cameos in newer books, a lot newer books, actually. And I really like that and stuff, but I still want a full book just about him. That isn't just, Night of the Living Dummy. Never rumbling on that. It was a great book. Phenomenally scary. Okay, this next one might be biased, because this is actually my favorite YouTuber's favorite Goosebumps book. And this is a dead giveaway now. Number 10, The Horror at Camp Jelly Jam. It's a fucking awesome book. Very creepy, very fucked up, awesome plot, story is amazing. I can't. It's just so good. It's a great book all throughout, and it's probably one of the darkest books. Next up, number 9. We have just officially entered the top 10, so Bjorn's book made it to the top 10. Number 9, Welcome to Dead House, the OG book that started it all. How could it not be on here? This is one Stine didn't know how to do scary and funny. This was a scary book. Somewhat of a zombie story. Pretty much entirely. Very awesome book. Loved it all throughout. Very, creepy, gory-ish. Awesome. Just awesome. And I love Dark Falls. It's one of my favorite Goosebumps, locations, but isn't Horrorlands or, Fear Swamp or anything like that. Next up, Inevitable. You already see it. Number 8, Haunted Mask. Haunted Mask was a great book. Very awesome Halloween story. Probably one of the best up to date. And this next one's gonna shock you. That I put it over. I'm not sure, like Michael Goosebumps fan or something. Seriously, fucking awesome book. And it's probably one of the best protagonists ever in Goosebumps. Okay, next up. Number 7 on our list. The Haunted Mask 2, right after. It's a fucking awesome book. I actually prefer this one a little more because I actually like Chuck as a character a little more. Chuck is an amazing protagonist. Very cool to see him as the main character. And I really like how, everything, and there's now 2 masks stuff. It's a fucking awesome book. And it's great all around. Okay. So, this next book might be shocking, might not. I've heard some people who don't like this book, but I'm joking around with you. Everybody loves this one, don't we? Untitled Chapter 2. This is number 6 on our list. Fucking awesome book. And, guys, I mean, look at the cover. If you've read the book, it is the actual first Untitled Chapter book that contains Slappy. Or, I mean, Slappy as the main antagonist. The first one had Slappy, it's just not the main antagonist. This is fucking awesome. Slappy is absolutely this despisable villain. He can be easily despised, in a good way, of course. He is lovable. The main character, Amy, she is actually my favorite protagonist ever in Goosebumps. One of mine. Billy's my all-time favorite. Same up there with Evan Ross and maybe some others I can't think of off the top of my head. But awesome protagonist. Amy is fucking awesome. And, of course, probably really scary. It is a very scary story. This next one. Now into the top 5. Oh, shit. Okay, guys, we're a little behind. I'm sorry about that. We are now on number 6. Maybe 5. Okay, yeah, number 6. Sorry, guys. You already see it. This is controversial as shit. The Dummy Meets the Mummy was fucking awesome. It was very funny, very thrilling, and exciting. Now, as much as I want to say positive shit about it, it's honestly not as great as these, but, I mean, it's weird I put it higher, huh? You're wondering, then why do you put it higher? Because it's such a fun read. It's fun. It's not a great book by any means. I mean, it's a fucking awesome read. You have fun with it. That's like the whole thing I love about it, is it's an awesome and fun read. But it's just not a great story in general. It's just Slappy gets put in a museum, Dummy gets put in a museum, they fight. Really basic plot. But what happens in the book is really fun. It's fun. It's a fun read, and it just makes this book overall much more enjoyable than I thought it was going to be. Because the plot itself was really interesting. I didn't think it was anything crazy. I think it was just really predictable and basic sounding. Very fun read. It got really fun. Now actually entering the top 5. Kick this off on with a potentially controversial pick. Originally my number 2 pick, well, still is. No, not anymore. This was originally my number 2 pick on all of the original 62s. Love it, everyone. I'm not gonna say much. It's just a fantastic book, and it's kind of like Stine's story in the Goosebumps movie. Something similar. Very awesome book. Next up, number 4. Some people hate this one, some people love this one. Probably the best Goosebumps book cover of all time. Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls. Phenomenal body switching story, probably the best one there is ever in any book media ever, not even Goosebumps related, just ever. Seriously, Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls, phenomenal read, I highly recommend it, of course. For all of these, I highly recommend them. And this is my number 2 original 62. Untitled Chapter 3. Enough said, it's an amazing book, and I just highly recommend it. Fucking awesome, guys. Number 2, this is a biased pick, because it's the first Goosebumps book I ever read, and it's still scary to me to this day, and I have such nostalgia for it, and it's probably just kind of bad that I even say it. Egg Monsters from Mars. It's an awesome read, and probably one of the best stories I've ever seen in Goosebumps, in my opinion. I know a lot of people are going to disagree in the comments, like, oh my god, no. Now for our number 1 pick. Oh god, yeah! Oh, no. I'm joking. It's actually Slappy's Nightmare. Did I get any of you with that one? Y'all know the drill. Creepiest Slappy book ever made. Absolutely phenomenal read. Highly recommend it. Everything about this book, every aspect, I think this is the definition of a perfect Goosebumps book. And it really changes the game. The fucking antagonist is the fucking protagonist. Shocking, I know. That's gonna do it for this fucking ranking video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Jesus Christ, hope you all have a great night, and yeah, we'll just see y'all in the next one. Hope you all agree. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, send death threats in the comments if you did not like the list, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Goodbye.